Anyway, the next thing that I'm going to introduce you to, which is my favorite, or one of my favorite tools, is Codex App Server. Basically, it exposes an API. This is officially built by OpenAI. It's built into Codex. So you would just run the command Codex App Server, and it's going to start running that server. And it gives you endpoints to be able to actions within Codex apps. So you can send a message, you can rename a chat, you can archive a chat, you can create a new chat. And so here we have Kimi, and I could say, please list open chats on Codex server. Kimi is going to be a little bit slow, but it will do it. It's a bit slow to set up, but once it's done, it's pretty fast to do. But basically, this is how you could have Kimi, or in fact, we can even do Claude. I would probably use it to triage chats that are blocked and need my attention, or chats that have been superseded and can be archived. So I often just kind of let that run in the background. I've already ran this morning, so I think I'm going to have less than 100 chats open on this machine. But I've had times before it's gone up to 700 or 800, and on that Mac Mini is even more. It just becomes impossible to manage yourself manually. So what this does is it's listing out the Codex here, and it gives Claude access to all of your Codex chats. So I could have Claude concurrently managing tons of different agents. So this is a great tool. Again, it's built officially by OpenAI to be used exactly for this type of purpose, to be able to have orchestration agents controlling an army of Codex sub-agents. The issue used to be that Codex had a 5-hour coding limit. And when you would do this, you would hit that limit really quickly. If you were to spawn 20 or 30 agents, you would be running into your 5-hour Codex limit. Whereas now they've got rid of the 5-hour limit, which for me has been a massive unlock. So now the only thing that applies is the weekly limit. I don't know if that's for all plans, by the way, but it is the case for the Pro plan. I'm just going to click away from this because it's going to show a load of things that I don't want to show. That will give it access to all of my Codex chats, and I can basically manage hundreds of agents. I mean, there's no limit to the scale that you could run at by just communicating with one Claude chat or one Kimi chat. I like to use it for identifying blocked work or work that needs my attention. On top of that, you can also use it with Hermes agent. I really like Hermes agent, mostly because I can use it from Telegram, and Telegram just feels so native to me, and I can do voice notes with it. So my Hermes setup is using Kimi K3 with Hermes. I'm not sure if it's available on there on the API now, but when Kimi K3 first came out, it wasn't. And so I use a tool that's called Vibe Proxy. It's open source that you can use, and it allows you to use auth basically anything. For example, Gemini won't allow you to use your subscription with Hermes. So you can use Gemini Flash by using this tool. You can use your Kimi subscription authentication if you route it through via proxy. So yeah, I basically like to use Hermes as a chief of staff. As I mentioned, I've got 3 different machines running that manage all of these agents. They're all completely isolated, but each of them has their own Hermes installation on, and it uses Codex App Server. So I basically spend every morning walking up and down the beach for 2 hours, just sending a load of voice notes to these chief of staff agents. Chief of staff, it's a kind of traditional term for someone that would manage all of your staff. So I use Hermes as the chief of staff, but in this case, it's chief of agents, let's call it. And I just use voice notes just to kind of communicate when I'm out and about. And I think it is a great setup. It's the most value that I've ever got out of Hermes is since Kimi K3 came out, to be completely honest, except for before when you could use Opus 4.6 on it.